So you want to talk about Dioner Navarro? Well, maybe you didn't, but we're going to anyway. Now, when you really think of Dioner Navarro, I mean, he is literally one of, if not the catchiest of catchers of all time. And man, as I'm saying that, I really wish I wasn't wasting that catchphrase now. Oh boy. Well, we're going to continue. Dioner Navarro. This man was a catcher in baseball. He played for a whole bunch of teams. And the weirdest thing that I've learned about him over the past week, not even weird, just mind blowing, is that this dude just turned 40 years old in 2024, this year, when this is being recorded. He just turned 40. Now, why is that mind blowing to me? Well, he made his debut in 2004. When I think of that long ago, I just feel like most people are nearing their mid to late 40s. But he made his debut when he was, 20, 21 years old, and he played all the way to 2016. And I'll be honest, I thought he played till like 2019 or 2020. I had no idea his last game came 8 years ago. Now, he did make some minor league appearances and I think had some signings and spring trading appearances sporadically throughout those last 3 years until 2019. But it's still crazy that he ended 8 years ago. He was only 32. He played from 2004 to 2016, and he was only 32. That just blows my mind. That's just crazy. But anyway, more about Dioner Navarro. He played for the Yankees, Dodgers, the Devil Rays, and the Rays after they changed their name. He went back to the Dodgers. He went to the Reds. He went to the Cubs. He played for the Blue Jays, played for the White Sox, and then he went back to the Blue Jays again. That is insane. When I think of him, I think Rays. He did spend 4 years there. He also spent 3 years with the Blue Jays, technically, on and off. But I really do think of him as a Ray, probably because it's when I started watching baseball, and I think he was their starting catcher in 2010. That's when I started watching baseball really heavily. I don't know. Anyway, he was born February 9th, 1984, in Venezuela, in Caracas, and he was signed in the year 2000 by the Yankees as an amateur free agent. And then he toiled around in the minors for a few years before making his um, debut in September 7th, 2004 against the then Devil Rays, appearing in 7 games, batting .429. That is awesome. On January 11th, 2005, he, Mr. Navarro, was traded to the Diamondbacks with Javier Vasquez, another big name pitcher for a long time. I mean, not big name, but big pitcher for a long time. And Brad Halsey in exchange for Randy Johnson. How many guys can make the claim that they were involved in a trade that involved Randy Johnson, arguably the greatest pitcher of all time? That is nuts. Um, so in 2005, he ended up splitting time between minors and majors. Ended up hitting .273 with 3 homers in 50 games for the Dodgers. Decent year for, I guess, a backup catcher at the time. 2006, Russell Martin and Dioner Navarro were fighting for the starting job. Um, Navarro was ended up being named the Dodgers starting catcher. Um, it did not last very long. Martin did really well in the minors. Navarro did not quite live up to expectations in the majors, and Martin got sent down, or not. Martin got called up. Navarro went to the disabled list, and Navarro was pretty much relegated back to the minors. After that, he only appeared in 25 games for the Dodgers at the major league level, hitting .280 with 2 dingers. Not too bad. So in also in 2006, I'm just now seeing this. He was traded to the Rays. Crazy. This trade involved Mark Hendrickson. If you all know about him, he's an Orioles legend. Dude was like 6'12", threw lefty, he played basketball. He was awesome. Now, Navarro made his debut as a Ray on June 20, 2006 against the Marlins. He went hitless. That closed the door on 2006. In 2007, he batted only 227 and tied for the lead with all other major league catchers with errors at 14. That is not good, brother. Not good. In 2008, Navarro was a lot better. He ended up doing really well in his offseason, and he ended up he did really well in his offseason training, and it really showed in the 2008 regular season with the Rays, hitting almost 300 and being named to his only All-Star appearance. That is awesome. 2009, he only hit 218, managed to hit 8 home runs, but only one other person had a lower on-base percentage than him in 2009, and he wasn't good. His on-base percentage was only 261. Not good, brother. Not good. In 2010, it continued to slide. Here's where John Jaso makes his debut, starts doing well. Navarro ends up getting sent down to the AAA, and then at the end of 2010, he became a free agent. He goes to the Dodgers for a second time, and he did not come to the majors until the 25th of April that year, and he ended up not doing very well at the major league level in 2011. He was designated for assignment on August 23rd. He appeared in 64 games, but only batted 193, ended up being released. 2012, the Reds gave him a minor league deal, and he was in the minors all year until August 1st. He was brought up, given a chance to start, because Stephen Mazzaraco was suspended. I forgot about that, man. This was 12 years ago. I forgot he got suspended. And he ended up doing really well. Navarro hit 290 down the stretch in 24 games for Cincinnati, and he became a free agent. November 2012, the Cubs signed him for a 1-year deal worth $1.75 million as a major league deal. And on May 29, 2013, he had his career game. He hit 3 home runs. Not a lot of players have done that in history, and he pulled it off. That is crazy. Even more special was against the White Sox, their crosstown rival. His first ever major league multi-home run game. And it included home runs from both sides of the plate. He ended up finishing that year hitting 300 with 13 home runs. He had a great year, which led to him getting a 2-year deal that offseason with the Blue Jays. He had a very up and down tenure, you could say, with the Blue Jays between 2014 and 2015. In 2014, he ended up hitting 274, 12 home runs. Not bad for, it's not actually not bad at all for a catcher. I want them to go to catch. He hits very adequately most of the time. And then, of course, here comes in 2015, old battery mate Russell Martin. So Navarro was made the backup to start 2015, and he requested a trade, was not completed. And in 2015, he only appeared in 54 games. He is oft injured, if you're kind of catching on here, why he never really finishes a full season. He's very injured. Obviously, he's a bigger guy. It's going to happen. He ended up hitting 246 that year with 5 home runs. Not bad. And this is a cool little side note. He had the second lowest base running sprint speed at 22.5 feet per second. I honestly don't know how fast that is. What is that in freedom units? What is that, like 5 miles per second or something? I don't know. So, at the end of 2015, he signs a 1-year major league deal with the White Sox for the 2016 year. And he played in 85 games, only hitting 210 with 6 home runs. Not good, buddy. And in August of that year, he was traded back to the Blue Jays. So this is after the trade deadline. He was sent back to the Blue Jays, and all the White Sox got in return was Colton Turner, who I've never heard of. All told, for the Blue Jays that year, he appeared in 16 games, only hitting 182 who not good. Now, his final game, in my opinion, and I think it actually will play in the background here somewhere. Maybe, maybe not. No, it probably won't because it wasn't a good one. But his final game of his career um, was uh, very unfortunate, you could say. So he is brought in the pinch hit for the Blue Jays. Um, he's pinch hitting for Justin Smoke, who's a very competent hitter. Very, very odd. He's facing Craig Kimbrell. This is prime Kimbrell. 2016, I think Kimbrell was still in his prime, arguably. Or maybe not, I don't know. But it's Kimbrell. Prime Kimbrell. We're going to go with that. Prime Craig Kimbrell. And it's 2 outs. It is top of the 9th. The Blue Jays are down 3-5. Now, already you're getting put into an awful position. Jose Bautista is on second base. Troy Tulowitzki is on first base. 2 guys have been walked. Dioner Navarro comes in to pinch hit for Justin Smoke. Now, this is like the most stressful situation I could ever think of, to have a final appearance of my career. Now, he probably didn't know this was the final appearance of his career, but it was. And he strikes out swinging. But, dude, why would you do that to a man? Not cool. Not cool. To bounce off of that, that was his last major league appearance. 2016, September 30th, against the Red Sox, striking out against Craig Kimbrell. I'm sure a lot of guys ended like that. He sat out 2017 to help his wife through significant health issues. In 2018, he signed with the Long Island Ducks. Ended up hitting .268 with 3 home runs. And in 2019, he signed a minor league deal with the Indians, now called the Guardians. And he spent the whole season of 2019 with the Indians. But he only hit, well, with the minor league team, the Clippers, only hitting .211. His on base was .339, which isn't bad. He only had one home run, and he only appeared in 30 games. And then after that, he was released. And that is the last we've ever seen of a transaction for Dioner Navarro. Now, I know Dioner Navarro didn't have as cool stories as Detweiler did. But I kind of like just talking about these random players that are probably going to be forgotten in time. But dude played for 12 years, carved out a career. More power to him, man. But yeah, that's Dioner Navarro. I don't know what else there is to say. Check out the Detweiler video. That one was fun. And have a great day.